2 more speed reading sessions this week with me and Robert Glasscock, Wednesday and Saturday. The all-access viewer pass is available for $19.97 at the funastrology.com website. We'd love to have you come watch. TGI-Friday, everybody. Thomas Miller on the Fun Astrology Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us here on Popcorn Friday, Popcorn Week, and we have another popcorn. I hope you have enough to get us through next week. Well, we've talked about Monday a lot this week. We've set it up, but I wanted you to hear Jenny Geyer's perspective. I know we love the comments that she makes, and Jenny, thank you for taking time out of your day to share your thoughts with us. So she has some thoughts here on Monday's activity with the full moon and everything else going on. Welcome back, Jenny.
Hello, Fun Astrology Podcast listeners. On August 19th at 2:26 p.m. Eastern, we have an Aquarius full moon. And the chart for this full moon is absolutely bonkers, so please bear with me and I'll try to break it down as clearly and concisely as I can. At the time of this full moon, we have a double T-square across both the mutable and fixed axes. The moon in Aquarius is opposing the sun conjunct Mercury in Leo, and both luminaries, the sun and the moon, are receiving a square from rabble-rouser Uranus in Taurus. The fixed signs in play here are Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus, and they represent the most stable aspects of their respective elements, which are fire, air, and earth. The other T-square is with Venus and Virgo opposing Saturn retrograde in Pisces, both receiving a square from Mars and Jupiter, still with an orb of their conjunction in Gemini. Virgo, Pisces, and Gemini are all mutable signs, and they represent the most adaptable aspects of their respective elements, which are earth, water, and air. And the best way I could think to describe the effects of this configuration is each of us being spiritually quartered. It's as if the sky has tied a rope to each of our limbs and literally stretched us out in all directions, leaving us with nothing but our head, or our mind, and a torso, which houses our heart and our life force on the spiritual plane. Now, I know this may sound like a gruesome image, but the exercise here is to decide which piece we crawl towards first. When our very essence has been pulled in all directions, in what order do we prioritize retrieving the parts which are truly essential? The mutable signs may feel they're better off without all that baggage. The fixed signs may feel a little different, as if something essential to their identity has been torn from them. But whichever camp you're in, this is the part of the story where the hero has been given their quest and the journey must now begin. And as astrology teaches us, you, my friend, are always the hero in your own story. The irony here is that both paths come with challenges, and both also come with the same opportunity for victory. The only real difference between the two is the attitude of the hero and their approach. The mutable approach may be flavored with excitement. After all, change is their first, middle, and last name. Whereas the fixed mindset may find that they are driven to action by a sense of loss and fear. Both are very powerful motivators for any hero to be triumphant in their tale. Although it probably feels a whole lot better to start out already feeling like a hero rather than like Bilbo Baggins being coerced out of his nice cozy hobbit hole by a bearded disturber of the peace. The good news is you're human. To be more specific, you're a soul having a human experience. And being human comes with an extra helping of free will, which means you always get to choose your own adventure. And while all of us will be subject to this energy that may feel overwhelming at first, the choice available to each of us right now is to decide how we choose to align ourselves and to tackle the challenges coming our way. Remember, bravery and courage are defined by being afraid and doing what needs to be done anyway. And now on to Act 2 of this full moon drama. During this full moon configuration, Venus is really getting the short end of the stick. Already uncomfortable in the sign of Virgo, she's now on the receiving end of a square from Mars and Jupiter separating from their conjunction in Gemini, and being opposed by a retrograde Saturn in Pisces. This could bring a tinge of disappointment in the air around relationships, jobs, and finances specifically, but fortunately you will have all the tools at your disposal to recalibrate, reroute, and readjust your sails toward more promising waters. This promise will take some time to unfold as Mercury eventually stations direct in September and comes out of his shadow fully in the sign of Leo on September 12th. Meanwhile, by the end of August, Venus will have moved into her home sign of Libra, immediately trining bad boy Pluto and moving retrograde at the 0-degree point in Aquarius. This is like a supercharge for all dreams Venusian. The light at the end of the tunnel comes by mid-September, coinciding with that Mercury moving full speed ahead by the 12th and Venus in her happy place. I believe this is around the time when we will begin to see the triumphant hero within us emerge in Venusian form. A Venus that is radiant, powerful, transformed, and supported. Of course, our individual human stories continue as long as we're still on planet Earth, and as long as we're here, there will always be more trials. But after this cycle, I believe all of us will emerge feeling more connected to our higher selves and confident in our ability to maintain grace under fire. So whether you're in the mutable party or the fixed state of mind, what the astrology is signaling to us right now is that our upgrade is here and it's getting installed, ready or not. It may be helpful to keep in mind that the iPhone barely looks like more than a thick sheet of black glass, yet it does everything an old-fashioned rotary phone can do and so much more, without all the knobs and wires. It's streamlined, it's efficient, it's fast, and oh so chic to boot. You may feel some longing for the old ways because it's what's familiar, but the fact of the matter is the train is moving forward with or without you, so don't get left behind at the station. Take the leap and trust that you are indeed being guided towards something much greater, and if you can unstick yourself from the past and fix your gaze on the horizon, the possibilities are endless. These are exciting times, and the future is now, so live long and prosper, y'all.
Oh, I love it. And you as well, Jenny. Have a great weekend. Thanks again for your thoughts this week, both days that you've been with us. And, yeah, live long and prosper and realize that things like what we're going through right now are just contribute to our growth. So we will mind our highest timeline. Back with Merriman planning on tomorrow, and then, of course, Monday for the big day and the week ahead. So have a great one. Rest up this weekend, and we will see you back tomorrow and Monday. Bye-bye.